Michelle, and this is your Love Your Body series. Today, we're working on the legs, so let's go. Taking those legs because we love them so much. They have the biggest muscles in our body that we use all the time. Giving them some love today, bringing it down to the mat, bringing them into the chest. I'm just rolling from side to side here as we get started, taking a couple of nice deep breaths in and out. Really just starting to ground yourself here. Breathing deep. Go ahead, open up those eyes, keeping those knees together, planting those hands down. We're going to open those knees and then bend them back. Open the knees and bend them back. So we're just working into each joint a little bit at a time. Now bringing one foot flat to the mat, kicking out the other foot straight out and back in. So starting to work into that hip flexor and shooting it out at different directions. Nice and gently though, as we don't want to do any harm to our lower back. And if you'd like to plant the other leg, if this is comfortable, go ahead and continue to shoot out that leg straight up. 45, down low. Straight up. 45, down low. And you can always keep that foot flat. Bring them both in together, give them a nice hug. You should start to feel the other leg is saying hi. So here we go again, straight up, 45, down low. Continuing to move progressively through this. And after a few rounds, go ahead and straighten that bottom leg out if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, continue to move. And bring them both in, rolling from side to side a little here. Planting those hands down, bringing those knees up, knees together, feet apart. We're going to roll those feet out and then roll them in. So we give them a nice little bit of space in between there. Go ahead and roll those hands too. So kind of as if you're a dead bug and you're like, ah. And now we're going to, same thing, shoot out and come in, shoot out and come in. Planting those hands on the mat really helps to keep the lower back nice and safe here. So you can shoot out lower if you'd like to. You're starting to work into those abdominals, which are very important in keeping our body upright. Continuing to move, you should really start to feel those legs saying, okay, we're warm. So bring it on in, cross those ankles, go ahead, roll it on up, walk it forward, and come into your tabletop position, arching that back, and then lowering the belly, warming up that spine a little bit here. And let's go ahead, walk it back to your hero's position. Swoop those legs around. Bring one leg, hop it over to the other side. One straight leg turning into the bent leg. Sitting up nice and tall here. Breathing deep. A nice little spinal twist. Releasing here. And then this is also working into your legs. So turning into this. And then turning the opposite way. Breathing here. Swinging those legs back around. Tucking those toes under, pushing up and back to your first downward dog. Lifting and lowering those heels here. Warming up those calves. Even warming up the shoulders, pushing back. This is our first downward dog, so let's get in it. Breathe it deep. And then kicking that right leg up. Swinging it forward, gazing forward, kicking it all the way up, and dropping it down. Left leg comes up, swinging it forward, and dropping it down. One more time with the other leg. Bring it on forward, all the way up, and drop it down. Left leg comes all the way up, swing it on forward, and up, and drop it down. Breathe here. And then go ahead, walk towards the front of the mat. Roll it on up. Inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands down, heart center. Breathe here. As we're just really focusing on those legs today, just want to breathe in, focus on those big muscles. What do you love about your legs? Set that as your intention, and then as your mantra, I love my legs with every breath. I love the power that they give me. I love that they can hold me up when I don't feel like standing. And I love that they tell me when to stop when I want to keep going. Because sometimes we don't like to listen. Open up those eyes. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, hands down, heart center. Right leg comes up in front of you. Bending that front knee, stepping back with that right leg. Opening it up here. Standing into your warrior one. Breathing in this warrior, so we're opening up. We're using that big muscle there to give us strength and power. So really open up here. If you need to widen that foot out and come down deeper, go ahead. Plant those hands down at the side. And even that back toe can face towards that front. And we're going to add something a little bit different here. So stepping one hand off the mat, coming down into a push-up. Breathing here, coming down into a push-up. This is not so much for your arms as it is your legs. So if that back leg starts to dip down, get back up there. Breathe in this. We'll do two more. So keeping it nice and strong here. And you really don't have to go down far to feel this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Coming back to center. Bring this front foot back to meet it. Push back to your downward dog. Go ahead, walk this out. And enjoy this moment, because we have another side to do. Coming on forward, pivot that back foot, come up, warrior one on the other side. Breathe here. And if you need to move that right foot out just a little bit to get deeper into this, to that 90-degree angle, go ahead and do so now. Bringing those hands down to the mat on the inside of that foot. Those front toes can face the front end of the mat. Placing one hand off the mat, coming at a diagonal. Come down and push back up. Come down and push back up. Breathe here and up. Keeping that back leg nice and strong. So if it's starting to dip, pick it up. Breathe in and breathe out. Last one. And then push up. Walk it back to center. Front foot back. Downward dog position. Pushing back into this. Enjoying it. Right leg comes forward. Dropping that knee. Pushing back into a nice runner's lunge. So those toes will come gazing up towards the sky. You want to plant those hands either down on the mat around your knee level and gaze forward, or you can keep them forward just a little bit. Should be feeling a nice little stretch here. Coming forward into this. Untuck those back toes here. Breathing deep. Sending that oxygen to those giant muscles that support you. Tuck those back toes under, lifting up. Front foot comes back. And back foot comes forward. So your left foot's in the front. Runner's lunge, same thing. Toes up towards the sky. And if you need something to support you, you can have a chair or a wall near you. Breathing here. Making sure that gaze is up and that heart is pushing down into this. It's really going to help with this stretch. Breathe into this. This is a great little flow for runners. Coming forward, moving into this stretch. If you're bringing those arms up if you'd like. Untuck those back toes. Breathe. Plant those hands down. Tuck the toes under. Bring the front foot back. Drop the knees. Swing the legs around. This is one of my favorite poses. Bring yourself to the center of your mat. Rolling on down. From side to side. Planting that left foot on the mat. Right ankle on the left heel. You can stay here if this is enough. Or you can scoop in between and bring that leg closer. So your hand is in between the window of your right and left, and on the outside of your left, giving a hug underneath the left leg. Nice little stretch here. If you want to bring it in even further, you can grab the outside of that left leg. breathe. And drop that foot down. Go ahead, plant that right foot down. Left foot comes over. Breathing here. And you can even lift that head up a little bit if you want. Gets deeper into that stretch. A few more breaths here. Dropping that foot down. Coming up into a nice seated position. So you take those hands all the way up, reaching up towards the sky, hands down towards the heart center. A nice quick little easy flow that you can do right before a run, or if you need a burst of energy. Breathe in. Find the strength. Find the love from within for all this body, and enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.